Hello, and welcome to another installment of The Story of Us.
Is that the theme song?
It is now.
No, I mean to the show.
I'm sure.
Is that, wait, no, that's This Is Us. The Story of Us is the Bruce Willis movie that's really sad.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And we're the Newlydeads.
And this was unplanned. We originally had planned on doing what we did, the first two installments that hopefully you've watched already. But then we realized we forgot something.
We forgot to talk about how we became the Newlydeads. And what the heck are the Newlydeads?
We came up to all the way through all the things that brought us to that point and then forgot the most important part. So here we are again for another installment, as she said.
So in the first two installments, if you've already watched them, and if you haven't, go back and watch them. They're just a little bit about like how we met, what our life was like before we met,
A little bit.
our marriage stuff,
Both of them.
and then
We got married twice. So.
yeah. So
And our dating and our, kind of home life a little bit.
you get to see lots of Shaggy's butt.
Lots of Shaggy in the first one and the second one both because we recorded them back to back. So this is a different day.
Different dog. You can't
Lucy's
really see
still
him.
over there, but Shaggy's over here now, and Bailey's, you can't see him. But
You can hear him woof every so often.
He's there. He'll probably sit up at some point.
Yeah, Shaggy's like literally sitting on the other side of me.
Yeah. So basically, when we last left off...
Yeah, we got married. And then after we got married, we started talking about the Newlydeads, right?
Well, I think kind of the genesis of the whole thing was, we've talked about this briefly on this show before, or this channel, whatever you want to call it, was how Laura and I like to have what's known as chip parties.
Yes.
And when we had chip parties, we would buy
Lots of snacks.
lots of chips, and we would
Well,
sit...
so we started doing that before.
Yeah.
No.
We did that first.
Right. But like, we started calling ourselves the Newlydeads after our first nuptialing.
Correct.
Yeah.
But...
And well, because I was thinking, I was like, but we went on, like, we did a bunch of YouTube videos, like, when we were on our second honeymoon, our big moon.
But...
Yeah.
If you remember, when we were having our chip parties, which sometimes there'd be 5 bags of chips between us, all open, that we're just like, eating out of, watching whatever's on, and just enjoying, because we like salty snacks, especially chips. And we started talking about, we like all these weird chips. We find all these weird chips. We like eating chips. We should do reviews of them.
But even before that...
It goes before that?
Yes.
What was before that?
I was talking about, okay, so we had a spooky wedding, right? And so
Joel.
we were getting married on Halloween, and sometimes it's difficult to find Halloween-themed things for your wedding. And so that's how we initially, I was talking to, one of my coworkers about, the Newlydeads kind of stuff, trying to figure out a name or whatever for it. And, I was saying that, it'd be really cool if I could, start something to,
help other people?
Help other people, with marriage and stuff. And then I was like, we should be called, I don't remember.
There was some crossover there, I think.
Who came up with the actual, Newlydeads. I think
we
it was
did.
both of us.
Yeah, because we were kicking around a couple of ideas. And then after we'd already settled on it, started it.
Everything. And then we found out there was a band named the Newlydeads. Sorry.
And a movie.
Sorry, Newlydeads.
A trauma movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not making music anymore. But they still seem to be pretty popular. But then Taylor made a suggestion for an alternate name that you like.
Chandra.
Chandra made an alternate suggestion.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chandra. And at that point, it was too late. So
yeah, because we had already settled on it, and then eventually, last year, we became a legit business. So we're Inc.
Tax-paying
incorporated.
business.
I don't think we're incorporated. We're
like a,
what do you call it?
A shell corporation.
A partnership. Not a shell corporation. Your hands smell good.
Is that new
Soapy.
soap? New soap. So anyway, yeah, somewhere in there we decided to
Yeah.
to start making videos.
Yes, but that's what we started off with, was like our sinister snack stuff. So we talk about like chips, and we would like look for like, I mean, we still do like look for
all the time.
different, types of like weird snacks,
Weird flavors.
on our on our mini honeymoon, we found worms.
The larvettes.
Was that on our mini honeymoon or on our main honeymoon?
Mini. Wait, no.
Right.
Because we were at the really
we're in a hotel.
giant, weird Pennsylvania hotel that I did not like at all.
It was very odd.
The food was bad that we ordered there. Not from the hotel, but from the local restaurant. It sounded delightful. The food was bad.
Excuse me.
The whole thing was strange. That one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Laura had started our TikTok account and was starting to make TikToks, and so initially the videos were TikToks.
Short.
Little like 30 seconds to a minute or whatever, 3 minutes
TikToks.
max, right?
Yeah. And then then we started like migrating into the YouTube space.
Because I felt like we needed to make longer videos. Plus we started to have kind of some back of the brain sort of thoughts about maybe other video things we could do if we had longer time periods. And so there are some videos that I've said before on here that I'm pretty sure are lingering out there from TikTok that didn't make it over, although I think you cross-posted most of them, I think.
Yeah.
Incidentally, the larvettes video, those were just, I think I still have some of them in my teeth somewhere.
Yuck.
Hiding.
They were gross. Yuck. So anyways, yeah, we would do sinister snacks. We would do like a follow me around kind of videos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Dead Ventures. And again, we do all of these still, but this is kind of how we started.
You had a different name for them then, like before we actually had an official title.
Yeah.
You're like something with the Newlydeads or whatever.
Yeah.
Incidentally, at our wedding, we had the DJ introduce us as the Newlydeads when we came in at the renuptialing.
Yeah, with the big reception.
The DJ said, and now I introduce you the Newlydeads, or however she said it.
Yeah.
And we came into Rob Zombie, Dr. Wolfenstein.
It was fun.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, from making like the videos and doing that kind of stuff, Joel's always been an artist, so he's been doing like art and things like that for his whole life, pretty much. And then, so we would do the drawing challenge, Drawloween,
which I had started that with my kids about. This was the 5th anniversary, I think, or maybe the 6th. No, I think it was the 5th anniversary. Next year's the 6th. And then once Laura came into my life, she joined us.
Yeah, so that kind of sparked like a little bit of creativity, and like we started like doing some drawings and stuff like that, and like we were thinking that'd be kind of fun to do something with it, but we didn't know what to do. Then we met the Wolves and started like, I think we wanted to make them a gift. That's what it was. We made them a gift as a thank you for allowing us to let us do our engagement photos there. So I made them a card. Joel made them a paint. Was it the painting?
No, you did the painting too with me.
Yeah, but then I made a card too.
Yeah, I made a card and the painting.
Yeah, and I made a card for Nicole.
Yep.
And like one day we were in there talking to them, and Liz was saying that we should like do something with our art and sell our art or whatever, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe.
And then she tasked us with she said, hey, we're doing a benefit for the Greenwood Cemetery, which we talked about on previous videos here, and she had a bowling pin because everybody was designing bowling pins based on their small business, and then that was to be donated to the they were going to donate their. I forget.
It was an auction. They were going to do an auction for it.
For the auction. I don't know if everybody had bowling. Well, everybody had bowling pins for some other reason.
That was for 815 Day.
That's right. But they wanted somebody to design it for them, and they asked us to do it.
Which was like a shock. We were both like,
what?
We don't do art.
I mean, it was
for like other people.
Because she's right. I mean, there was always a joke that from the time I was, like little, my mom always said there was no blank paper in the house because I would constantly be drawing. Went into an all art magnet high school, but as a visual arts major, was getting in secondary education to teach art, and up through college, that I was still doing art, although I'm consider myself a writer more than an artist. But then slowly that faded away, and then I was only doing it once a year for 30 days with the kids when we did Drawloween. And yeah, so it was a middle of the road kind of thing that only happened a little bit at a time here. I had one burst when I started working at my current job, but that's another story. So yeah, they asked us to do it. So the actual first piece of like official with public a logo art on it. Yeah, that was a public.
Oh yeah, gift. We like drew a little logo on it.
You came up with that logo with was it like that you found the thing with like a crow on a tombstone?
Yeah.
And it said the Newlydeads on it.
Yeah.
So that now is owned by someone who won it in the auction eventually. We have pictures of it. But that belongs to someone else now. But that was the first like official thing we did together as the Newlydeads, right?
Yeah.
And so then they and we talk about them a lot, and I think it's just because we feel very grateful that they're part of our lives and they've done a lot for us. So a lot of the reason we're sitting here right now doing this, not just because we love each other and are married and like to do stuff together, is because we've been gently pushed in this direction because they see something that, we felt was there, but, that fear of failure, fear of success sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, they said, well, hey, we're going to be doing this, Curious Christmas?
Yeah, it's a Christmas market.
Was that the first year? Was that what it was called? And they said, would you be interested in being a vendor, I believe, right?
I mean, the first year, we paid for the table and stuff like that.
Right.
But, she gently nudged us in that direction and said, if you guys are,
interested,
we're looking for vendors and we would like you to maybe apply, and winky winky.
And we were like,
yeah. What? I was like, what? That didn't even occur to us.
Who were you talking to?
Yeah. So we furiously made...
and when she says furiously, we were just like...
a freaking machine, man. We made... Did we have cards? We had cards, right? Like greeting cards? Like Christmas cards?
You've always made cards with
making
everything
cards.
we do.
I like hand lettering a lot.
We made ornaments.
We made,
this was literally in 30 days time.
Yeah.
Like within 30 days, we had a fully stocked store, table.
Yeah.
And still have some of that stuff left. We made so much.
Yeah. Yep. Ornaments, and Joel made ghost paintings.
That was started.
And he's continued the ghost painting thing.
That's a thing now.
Yeah, people actually sometimes seek out the ghost painting. You need to make some more with ghost couples.
Come out every year looking for the one for this particular sale, like I do. There was always new ones for each sale. But yeah, that's something we'll have to. But that's off camera. But yeah, they said you guys should do this, and so we spent 30 days just with stuff out everywhere, just every single night, working. And it was pretty successful, all things considered.
Yeah, and then we made mugs.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, we handmade everything, with not heat press, but...
Well, the sublimation didn't come till the next year, I didn't think.
Yeah, but I thought we had mugs. We didn't have mugs the first year?
The first year?
Wasn't that the year that...
It must have been. No, we must have... I think we had them for Halloween.
We've only done... Oh, that's...
The first Halloween
Christmas
sale.
Is when we got the
because we got the sublimation stuff as a Christmas gift.
Yes.
And then we got for Halloween we had mugs, and that's when...
So they asked us to come back for Halloween. So we, came to Halloween, and it was us, and it was just us.
It was just us because they said we don't know we don't know any other couples that make art.
Yeah.
That are married, because that's,
but they wanted to do something fun. They are really good at curating other artists. Curating, is that right? Yeah. Gathering artists together and fostering. That's the right word. Like fostering relationships between vendors and like fostering relationships with like, bands and like bringing people together. Like their store is not just about like them like making a profit.
It's like them a community home
giving
base.
Back to their community, like their people, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they started out doing this in their garage and then going and doing, like,
shows.
Like little shows here and there, and then that eventually grew into a store. Because they've had the store, what, six years now? 5 years?
5 years?
That's just a little bit longer than we've known them. They've had the store there.
Yeah.
Since they've opened the store anywhere, the store's been open about as long as we've known them.
Yeah, it'll probably be 5 years this year.
But yeah, so because of that, they're always trying to help foster
and that's
other
what they do,
people.
You know. They've got events and stuff where they'll have like different like vendors come in, or they'll have like they have DJs, tarot readings, music, and oracle readings, and they're just always trying to like bring in
outside
lots of community, you know what I mean? Like, and
the meetings now too. They got the meetings going on for a couple of years now.
Yeah. So it's just it's a really cool place to go. So if you haven't gone to Wolf Hollow, this is not an ad for them by any means, but they're the ones that made the Newlydeads, like, pushed us to like where we are.
And just being a name.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I'm not saying we're like the Newlydeads, like this big whatever, like we're still a small little tiny like art collective of things, you know what I mean? But
we're a multimedia conglomerate.
We're like, I mean, we have a legitimate business because of them, like we don't make a whole lot of money or anything like that, but like
so there's really no money to be made yet. We're still very deep in debt with it.
They've stirred our creative juices and like made something out of nothing, really. Like,
Well, here's the thing I wanted to bring up, that why I kind of told this short version of my life as a creative person, artist, whatever you want to call it, because I don't know if
this is supposed to be the story of us, and I'm like, the story of Liz and Randy.
No, hey, they're such a huge part of who we are.
Very thankful for them.
As the people that are watching this know us, not as the people in our lives maybe know us. But, until I met this person right here, I had all but stopped creating, writing, art, doing art. Other than podcasting, that was my primary outlet. And then since I met her, that's drastically increased to where I'm doing art on a regular basis. And then once we got the iPad, it's literally every single day again. So it's like I'm 6 years old again with no paper in the house, and my mom wondering if she needs to go buy another box of pencils because she can't keep up with my output. Making Halloween decorations for the windows and whatever. And now it's the same thing. It's literally every day. And when we have the sales that we do, it goes from, every day to sometimes all day, or, multiple projects being worked on at a time. Plus we're doing the videos. I still do podcasting, but then, we have
editing,
all the editing that has to be done with everything. And then
all the events and stuff that we're doing.
Now we have these events coming up, which we've got an announcement that we will have. Actually, we can talk about it now because it's officially going to be announced on Friday, and by the time this video goes out, the video will be going out on not this week, but the following week.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have several big things that are on the horizon that we haven't told everybody about.
Yeah, his friend Andy has created this multi-convention kind of deal where it's called Castle Chaos.
It's in Oregon, Illinois.
It's
at the,
crazy.
Stronghold.
Yeah. He's got everything in one convention. So gaming,
video gaming.
Yeah, both. Like tabletop.
Board gaming and...
Yeah, tabletop.
Yeah, that's a better way to say it.
Yep. Video. Games. And then podcasting.
Yep.
Horror stuff. Sci-fi.
Books.
Yeah.
Sci-fi.
Comic
Wrestling.
books. Wrestling. Bands are going to be
there.
there.
Bands there.
I wish the art, yeah, like tons of art, tons of like local artists, tons of like local vendors. Wolf Hollow's going to be there, for instance.
We're going to be there.
Our friend Livy's Little Laboratory, she's going to be there. My friend Taylor, well, she was thinking about it. I don't know if she's going to.
Have we talked to Amanda? Have we sent Amanda his way?
Oh, no.
Amanda, we're going to send you his way.
Yes.
We'll do that after we're done here.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of Culture Shock, I believe, is going to be there.
At least Skylar's going to be there in some regard. The Gaming Outsider is going to be there.
Yep.
I mean, this is the first year.
Those freaking talking.
He came to me about a year ago and said, you know, hey, I got this crazy idea. What do you think? And so he got this group of 6 people together that all kind of represented different aspects of things. I was kind of the podcasting side of it. And he started to get this brain trust, as he called it, to get this thing going. And I don't know how he did it because, you know, we didn't hear anything from him for a few months at a time. He'd just like disappear and we wouldn't really talk to him.
And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I've got this going on and like these people. And, you know, I keep thinking of, I keep thinking of, you know, people and stuff. And I'll send Joel, like this morning, I was like, oh, you should tell him like, you know, Culture Shock and like, and, you know, already done. Like, you know, like.
He's already got it.
Yeah.
And she's like, maybe we should just get a list of what he already has so we don't have to ask.
Yeah. And then, because I said Ghost Freaking Talking, because that's like a really cool podcast that's local here. Wolf Hollow knows them. He already knows them. He's like, I've known that guy for a long time.
I mean, he's from the area. He just moved to Oregon a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
A few years ago.
Yeah, Oregon, Illinois.
5 years ago. Yeah. Not like Portland.
Yeah.
Just like
not the state
half an
of
hour
Oregon.
from here.
Yeah, not the state of Oregon.
Correct. But yeah, and we're gonna have a table there, which I wasn't sure how we were gonna be involved.
We're gonna have a booth,
but we are gonna have.
It sounds like a booth. He said it's like an 8x8 space.
It's a space, so plan on We'll have us. I forget the date now. I don't want to get on my phone.
It's at the end of April, right?
It's end of it.
Like the last weekend in April.
It's 2 days. Oh, terrible. I hate doing this when we're recording.
That's okay.
I feel like it looks bad. So
we're real people with real problems.
Who's real? I've never been real.
You feel real.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a really cool convention. So if you're in or around the state line area, I would say like Indiana, even Iowa, Michigan, Missouri, like wherever, like try to make it to this Castle Chaos, almost like con.
Castle Chaos and Multicon.
Multicon.
April 29th and 30th.
Yeah, I was right. Yeah, it's the last weekend in April. It's going to be like crazy.
I mean, I don't know what the turnout's going to be like because he hasn't, you know, outside of the small little groups of people that
he hasn't been advertising
how much promotion is there yet.
But you'll see some of our like weird little videos that we made, like the Chaos is coming. That's what we're talking about.
We've done 3 of those. We have one that's going to post here today. I've got one more to edit, and he's going to do the official announcement on Friday, so there should be some additional stuff that'll be going out that will be posted to all of our socials, so you'll be able to see that there. We've got the Witches Market that we're going to be participating in that is going to be happening in October.
That is going to be huge. Every single year I feel like Wolf Hollow's like ramped up the Witches Market. Like see the pictures, like the first year, it's like a little group of people. The second year, like a little. This is
the third year.
This is the third year. Yeah, the first year was like small. In the store. Only. Just a couple people outside waving. And then the second year, giant.
Close
the
to
whole parking
people.
Lot. Almost 2,000 people.
They didn't have a big group. They just had a shot.
It was crazy. The store was like, there was a line all the way out the door. Like
they had a 45-minute wait for your dad to get through the line.
It was crazy. Awesome. And so it grew so big and had such a good like momentum of people coming to it that they are renting out the Boone County Fairgrounds. So they're going to have a section. I don't think it's the whole fairgrounds. I think it's like one outbuilding and then just like a section for the outside part.
bigger
they're going to
than
have,
what they had
I forgot how
last
many
year.
vendors they're going to have.
150.
Is it 150? 150 vendors. And I'm pretty sure she's almost all the way booked.
I believe. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I feel like it was.
She said the spots are a fill-in. So if you're interested, you can contact Wolf Hollow.
I know she's trying to keep it eclectic and not doing too much crossover with.
Yeah.
Just like Andy's doing with the Multicon.
Yep.
You know, trying to have
A variety.
a variety without too much that
Yeah,
kind
you don't
of
want it to be
overlaps.
like, oh, look, the whole row of people who are making the same thing. You know, so she wants it to be really, a wide variety of stuff. And from what I understand, like, their part in it is just to curate all of this and, like, get people to come and partake.
Which is what we're going to try and help to foster.
And that's going to be the first weekend in October, maybe?
Something like that. I don't know if we have I know I don't know if there's a date actually.
Yeah.
But it's in October. Usually it's the first or the first or the second weekend.
Yeah. So we're planning on doing that. If they do the Creepmas Market again and they invite us to come do it again, we are always in to do that.
We're looking a year down the road for that.
That's not a year down the road. That's this year. It's just at the end of the year.
Right. But I mean, it's a long ways away.
It's 2 months after the Witches Market.
It's a long ways from now.
It's not that long.
It's a long way.
It'll be here before you know it.
It's a long ways from now.
Okay.
Okay. We also have
store.
a new what?
We have an online store.
You have we do, but you have a new
Oh, you're talking about the
online store that you've set up.
Spoonflower. I have an account through Spoonflower for the Newly Dead shop. I'm uploading patterns, and so if you like to sew and you would like some of our art, eventually I'll have more patterns up there. There's some waiting time between when you can order it because I just opened the shop store on that, and it does take
day before yesterday.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time because they have to send me the live print,
the test pattern.
Yeah, so I have to be able to see it and then approve it, and then I'll become like an actual store where I can give everything can be for sale. So right now you can view my patterns, you just can't purchase them yet.
Because there are some patterns on the newlydeads.com store, but this is specifically a site dedicated to patterns for sewing, right?
Yes, for fabrics. And so you can either buy just the fabric Spoonflower, or if you're interested in just like buying some like already pre-made things, they have pillowcases and, curtains and whatever you
Little heart
have
desires.
fabric. Yeah, like, bedspreads and sheets and, sheets. I wonder if they have sheets.
Oh, I want to go to sheets.
No, I always want spooky sheets.
Oh, that kind of sheets.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like going to sheets.
My ghost mushrooms would be super cute on a pair of sheets.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna order my own stuff. Wouldn't that be fun?
We're
It would be fun.
But she's been working on some new patterns to upload to that because it's different than on the Newly Dead site where it's, tote bags, t-shirts, stickers, things like that with the pattern.
This is more like if you are a seamstress.
But I have a feeling that with
seam master.
Seamsters Union.
If you're a sewer.
I'm wondering, are you going to take any of the ones that you're working on now, like the buckets, and transfer it over to the other site at some point? Or is that just for the Spoonflower site?
No.
Okay.
We want to do cross things, right? So we've got thenewlydeads.com. We always talk about thenewlydeads.com. That has some of our art that you can purchase there. So you can buy mugs and totes and actual prints of things. A lot of that is the stuff that Joel has drawn.
You've drawn a lot of it too.
Some of it.
I like what she does. But, you're always your own worst critic.
My favorite thing that I do is my wood burning stuff. That we don't have online, but if you're interested in a wood burned piece, you can contact us at contact@thenewlydeads.com.
We'll figure it out. We've been talking about trying to get it onto the site if it's possible.
Oh, we can. 100% we can. I know we can.
And then we have one other thing that not yet. Right? Not going to talk about that yet.
What?
The other big news.
What big news? Oh.
We're going to wait on that still. Maybe do a separate thing or something, because I think I want to make sure everything that's set to go when it's set to go before we start.
We're going to leave you hanging.
we're
cliffhanging.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that ahead of time, but there is one more big bit of news that is coming
very soon.
That is once again just another like, how the hell did we end up where we're at? Like,
it's because you put all the love out in the universe.
That's what I say, But we started with this little fun idea of eating chips and talking about it, or
yeah. And now we're doing all this stuff.
Now it's just this whole other thing is taking on its life. Now
it's fun.
If it ever became a full-time job, I'd be happy with that. I'd like to do this rather than work all the time. But
who wouldn't? Yeah,
I don't see that happening.
No, and we don't do it for that anyways. I like my my day job.
We do it because we like spending time together. And
yeah, I like making things.
Giving back.
I've always liked making things. I just never had a purpose, and Joel's given me a purpose in life.
You have lots of purpose. You give me purpose.
He's all mad at me. So
anyway.
Yeah. Thank you again for watching the ramblings.
Does that cover everything?
Yes.
Like, does that get us up to like how we ended up where we're at?
Yeah, and like everything that's current.
And so this is like the up to how we became the Newlydeads and beyond.
Yes, because we literally just did Halloween.
I didn't realize it was in front of your face like that. Yeah, Halloween was literally just like 3 days ago.
Yeah. And that was fun. I had a blast.
Yeah.
I liked Halloween last year, but it was a little more like nervous about it, and like we're starting to get our stride. I like kind of know what to expect now when we have an event. We've got the capabilities of like using like if you've got a credit card or whatever, we have a little beep thing or whatever,
cash,
and like
check,
you've got cash, whatever.
Barter.
So we're kind of getting a handle on how to be like on the fly business people, and it's legit. So
and we had at least 2 sets of people that came in specifically to buy stuff from us that were like looking to see what we had for this sale versus what we'd had at the prior sale.
And then another person that said that they had sought us out a couple of times.
Oh, and then had bought. That's what floored me. They were the ones that had bought, bid on and won the auction for our Greenwood Cemetery box. Not the bowling pin, but the box that we made.
Yeah, we made some art and a mug and some stickers, and there were some things in there.
Plus we went to the meeting and met a bunch of people there. And it's just...
Good things.
Good things, man.
Yeah.
Put it out. Get it back. Put it back out again.
Yep.
Just a big exchange.
Yep.
So, anything else we should talk about? We talked about the newlydeads.com.
We will do like a little promo for the
other thing.
The other thing. We should do that. That'd be fun.
It's on our... We have a giant board of things that we're working on. That we do, that we need to do, that we've already done.
Yes.
And it is a constantly in flux sort of thing. So... It's on the board. It should make a promo potentially.
Soon.
And also
this weekend.
Do some more updates to...
Let's do that Saturday.
We're doing some more updates to our things for this.
Dog snoring.
Stuff we're already doing currently, not including what's happening. So, anyway.
All right.
That's it. Is that it?
That is it.
That's all?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
And we'll see you later.